Very good.
Wow, you didn't have to be told, Bill.
When it says that little recording in progress, I get a screen sign that says something, and then I have a choice of got it or decline it. And I'm assuming I should click the got it.
Yeah,
I assume so, yeah.
yeah.
Does that mean that that I understand that there's a recording there, or that I can then get the recording when I go for it?
No, I think it's more you understand it.
Okay, thank you.
His request approved, a news photographer quickly used a cell phone to call the local airport to charter a flight. He was told a 2-engine plane would be waiting for him at the airport. Arriving at the airfield, he spotted a plane warming up outside the hangar. He jumped in with his bag, slammed the door shut, and shouted, "Let's go." The pilot taxied out, swung the plane into the wind, and took off. Once in the air, the photographer instructed the pilot, "Fly over the valley and make a few low passes so I can take pictures of the fire on the hillsides." "Why?" asked the pilot. "Because I'm a photographer for cable news," he responded, "and I need to get some close-up shots." The pilot, strangely silent for a moment, finally he stammered, "So what you're telling me is you're not the flight instructor." All right.
Yeah, okay.
Tip
Why
of the
is this?
day.
This is
Tip of
only
the
half a
day.
page. What's going on?
Tip of the day. I'm gonna silence everybody, and then we'll, if you want to speak, don't forget to unmute yourselves. Tip of the day, right? How to, well, I gotta do 2 of them. I may have covered this one before with you, how to use Safari in reader mode. And so
Say that again, please.
how to use Safari in reader mode. So I'm going to share my screen. And if I go to Safari, let's say on my iPad, and let me go to a website. That one's not necessarily a cool one. That's a good website. And it's in reader mode right now, so I'm just going to take it out of it for a moment. Okay, this is the Stug website. And if you tap the double A's in the upper left-hand corner, and it says show reader mode, show reader, you click that and it changes it to a without advertisements, without a lot of pictures and things. It's called reader mode. And if you're in reader mode and you tap the double A's, you can change the font. So I'll change it to this one. See how the font changed? And I could change the background. I could make it black on white. All right. Now, if you're in reader mode and you tap the share box and print, you'll get a much more legible printed document. Okay, it'll look like that. Instead of, and let me take it out of reader mode, and I'll hit the share box and put it in, and then I'll print that, and you'll see how it looks significantly different.
Bill, what was the first one you hit?
I hit the double A's in the upper, on the address search bar up here at the top. And it may be on the bottom of yours, depending on how you have Safari set up, and I'll talk about that later. But wherever you have to put in the address or the address shows up of where you are, there should be a double A there.
Okay, Bill, on mine, I have no double A. I have it on my iPhone, but not on my iPad.
And you have 15 point something on both?
Yes.
Okay. Let me, you should have the double A's on both. Let me, what I want to do is, we're going to be talking about iOS 15 and of the on the iPad, many of the features, the new features on it, one of which is Safari and how it works. So what I'll do is I'll skip to that. So I'm going to hit the home button.
Bill, I have a question. When my show reader mode is not lit up, like it's faded.
I'm glad you added that, said that. Many sites or some sites you can go to may not have a reader mode capability. And in that case, it will show up as a faded and you can't click on it. Reader mode.
Top, it says you must log in first.
To that site?
I don't know. Oh, I've got, okay, it's wanting my password. So that has something to do with my situation anyway, I guess.
Yes.
Okay.
If you go to settings and we go to Safari, okay, they have a new option here on Safari called separate tab bar, which is what mine looks like, or compact tab bar. And I'll switch it to that. And then we'll go back to Safari and see what it looks like.
Bill, mine says tab bar and single tab.
Correct. And I don't have the triple A's there. See it, Jim?
Yes, I see it.
All right. So apparently you can't have the double A's when you're in that mode. Son of a gun.
In what mode is that now?
This is the, there it is. You have, this is the one, I'll go back to settings. Oops, where's home? Where's home? I'll go to settings, Safari, and I scroll up in Safari to where it says separate tab bar or compact tab bar.
Yes.
If you change it to separate tab bar,
Okay.
it will be up there.
Okay. Okay. I see it.
Okay, if you put it in compact tab bar, I'm going to leave mine there because some of you may have it there. If you're in separate tab bar, it looks similar to what it did before.
Is there a difference between Safari and search?
Where you see Safari and search. You mean Siri and search? Perhaps.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, I'm going to switch mine to compact. Well, I'll leave it where it is. Separate tab bar. Okay. And now I'm going to go.
Where do you have that separate? I have tab bar and single tab, and that's all. Which would I use?
Are you on your phone?
Yes.
Let me go to the phone. Let me keep going on the iPad first, and then I'll switch. Okay? Because they are slightly different. And now when I open Safari, I have this bar at the top and the double A's. And then if I add another website, you see how I have a tab bar down here now, got added. I'm looking at Sarasota here and Google here. And then I'm going to hit one more. We'll make that one DuckDuckGo. So now I have Sarasota, Google. I guess I better talk about what tabs are. Huh? Many of us have had, in our lifetime, we had phones on our desks. And those phones had I was going to say a rotary dial on it. Anyway, they also may have had 3 or 4 lines coming into your phone. And there were little buttons that lit up when that phone number rang. So you could be talking to one person on one line and then push the button and talk to another person on another line. That means you're talking to 2 people, not at the same time, but they're both online waiting for you to talk to them. That's what tabs are in Safari. Right now, if I click this tab, I'm talking to Sarasota Technology Users Group. If I click on Google, now I'm talking to Google. Sarasota Technology Users Group is on the line waiting for me to talk to them.
Why is it black?
Say that again, please.
Why is it black?
I don't know. I need to go to double A's here and change it. It's not there. Anyway, and then I want to go to DuckDuckGo. Okay. Now I could click the little X and close that one. So I'm going to close the Google one. And now I only have 2 people on the line, DuckDuckGo here and Sarasota Technology Users Group there. Let me add another one. I want to call a different person. So I push one of the buttons that's not blinking on my phone. And I'll go to Google over here. Okay. Now I'm talking to Google here. DuckDuckGo and Sarasota Technology Users Group are on the line waiting for me to talk to them. All right. So that's the tabs down here at the bottom. And here's the one I'm talking to up here on top. It says google.com. If I click Sarasota Technology Users Group, the top bar changes to the stug.org because that's the person I'm talking to.
Question, Bill.
Mhm.
It's Diane. I notice on the tab up on top, and to the left of the refresh sign, you have this, looks like a puzzle piece. What is that?
Extensions. I have AdBlocker Pro as an extension. Okay.
I thought I have extensions, but I don't have that puzzle piece. Maybe I don't have extensions.
Okay. If now I'm going to switch.
May I interrupt?
Sure.
I get Safari cannot open the page because the server cannot be found.
Any of them?
Well, I'm on the iPad, and is there a special spelling for the website? I put all small letters thisstug.org.
Okay.
Is that
If you tap the top bar
yes?
and you type in thestug.org and press enter, what happens?
Safari cannot open the page because the server cannot be found.
Well, I'm saying you may not have typed it correctly.
Yeah. How should I type it then?
Make sure it says thestug.org.
The with a capital letter.
No, doesn't matter. The caps doesn't matter in this case.
I'll do it again. The stug.org and enter. The same thing. Safari cannot open the page because the server cannot be found.
Okay, try deleting what's there
Yeah.
and
Don't
type in.
put two G's.
Pardon?
I think you said you put two G's.
Yeah. Is it only one?
Yes.
Oh, maybe that's the reason why. Yes. STUG. Oh no, the first. The STUG.org. Enter. Now I got it. Thank you for telling me.
By the way, that's a good lesson. I'm going to try to type that in. THESTUGG. Wait a minute. Right computer. THESTUGG.org. Oh. And it takes me to something, but it's not quite where I want to go. Okay.
Okay.
But if you enter the correct address, it will take you there.
Yeah.
All right.
Where are we now?
I'm still where I am. I'm at the stug.org.
Yes. But I got the stuck, but what do I have
That's
to do
okay.
next?
That's okay. Now I have this in the top bar.
Yes,
I have
yes.
my tabs in the bottom. I'm about to show you one of the new features that came with iOS 15. Okay, and to do that, I've got to go to settings, and I'm going to change something in Safari. All right, I was on the tabs here, and it says compact tab bar. You see the thing that's in blue? and then the other tabs. So I'm going to hit that. And now I'm going to go back to Safari, the application. And you see how it looks different? There's the stug.org, but here's the other tabs. They line up across the top. And it's just a different way of displaying it. Okay,
Excuse me, can you remove all three?
say again, please.
Can you remove all three?
By hitting the X. 1,
Okay,
2, 3. And I got rid of all of them. And I'm back looking at my favorites.
In the small print underneath the bar, you have all those other websites you can still click on.
That's right. Now, those are my favorites bar.
Ah,
If you look at them, see where it says Google there? It says
Right.
Google here,
Got it.
inbox here, right?
I didn't do that. I didn't get the tabs next to the address.
You didn't? You did not.
I did not.
Okay, and the reason you didn't is if you were in settings, Safari, and here's where you set that. The tabs are either underneath the address search bar or it's just tabs across the top.
I did choose that.
Say again, please.
I did choose that. I have contact tab bar
Which one is it? Which one do you have it set?
in Safari.
In Safari settings, which one of these?
Like that, contact tab bar.
Okay, you have compact, right?
Correct.
All right, so mine looks like that right now. I don't have any additional tabs.
And Bill, where are the triple A's or double A's?
I'm not on a site that has double A's at all right now. I'm not at a website. I'm sitting here, pick a website, it says. So I'm going to type and go to one, libraryofcongress.gov. Okay, now with the Library of Congress, and it doesn't have the double A's because I'm using this technique. If I want the double A's, Jim,
Yep.
see the little dots on the address search bar?
Yes.
Hit that, and it says reader view, and it doesn't have a reader view for Library of Congress. Okay, so let me add another tab, hit the plus sign, and I'll go to Stug here. Where's Stug? This one. Okay, so now I'm on Library of Congress there and Stug here. Now if I hit the three little dots, I can put it in reader view or take it out of reader view. Okay,
Yeah, it's working now.
good.
Does it do the same on the iPhone?
Little bit different on the iPhone. You go to settings on the iPhone in Safari. One of the big changes they made there was to have that tab bar at the bottom versus the top. And I don't like it there because it gets a little confusing down there at the bottom. But if you have it set on the, right now, it's a single tab on the top. So if I go to Safari, it's a tab there at the top, right? So now I'm at Google. If I want to add another tab here, I think I hit this button. Well, I've got 4 tabs already.
Can you show me what this button is?
This one down here. I was thinking that, Ann.
Thank you.
Said this button, and I didn't show them. Okay, so it's this guy, right? And if I hit that guy, I have the 4 tabs I have open, but I can hit the plus sign and I can go to another one. I don't even know what the lodge is. Oh, I know what it is. This is one of the state parks in Florida. It actually has a restaurant at it. Where you can make reservations and stay overnight in their rooms. It's up near Jacksonville. I'm sorry, it's up near
I was gonna say,
Tallahassee.
there used to be one near Silver Springs where they had a glass bottom boat that you could go along in the Silver Springs
That's still
outside
there.
of Ocala.
Yeah, that's still there. This is a glass bottom boat though here too, run by the state.
So Bill, is it better to have the single bar or the tab bar?
On the iPhone or iPad?
iPhone.
Let me bring up the settings here. For me, Jim, I like the single tab at the top.
Okay.
And I think that's an old dog, new tricks. It's hard to teach me that one. So that's where it used to be. If I change it to the bottom, and let me change it. And now if I go back to Safari from settings, it's down here at the bottom. You see it down there at the bottom? I just don't like the way it works down there.
Where is it?
It's clear down at the bottom of the screen there. And then you can slide it back and forth. Let me go back, choose that website. Whoops, I'm sorry. See it at the bottom? It's clear at the bottom now, Jim. Says the lodge. If you tap it, it shows up, it brings it up, and now you can see the various tabs by scrolling across. Okay. And the minute you start looking at the website, it scrolls down even further. Okay. And I guess that optimizes the screen. But, all right. That was an interesting one.
Can I go back just a moment and ask about that show reader? If it's faded out, does that mean you do not have it at all?
That means that website doesn't have it.
Thank you.
It's not your system, right? Our website, thestub.org, does have it, so you can see how it works there. And many, many websites, I think Wikipedia has it. So, for example, if I go here to my iPad and I type in maple trees, and I go down to Wikipedia, it's down here somewhere. Here's Wikipedia, and that's what it looks like in reader view. A lot cleaner than if I take it out of reader view. Okay.
So
That's
it's
what,
helpful. It's helpful to leave reader view on all the time.
well, it depends on the sites.
Oh, it depends on the sites. I got you.
Okay. I just like this much better. If
So,
you're
Bill?
reading it, right?
Bill, on your iPhone, you always have single tab, but on the iPad, you have compact tab. Is that correct?
They have, yeah, the definitions there, right? Let me pull that up. This is the iPhone, iPad. And the iPhone, they implemented something differently by moving the tab down below to the tab bar.
But you don't use that.
Correct. Not yet. I may.
I like it down below. I find it much more comfortable in my hand.
I understand. I just haven't gotten used to it yet.
I find that I can use my thumb, use one hand and move things around.
Yep. I think the compact tab bar and the tab bar at the bottom are very similar. Okay. Let me move off of Safari. We need to have a class on Safari at some time. We've had them in the past. We'll have one again in the future. Because many of the things we just kind of brush over because we're just talking about this specific enhancement that they've made to iOS 15. So if you didn't follow some of that, that's okay. The next one they talk about on the iPad now, because we're supposed to be focusing on the iPad today, is the app library. It's been on the iPhone for quite a while. And the way you get to the app library is do you have a question? The way you get to the app library is you shift the screen, right? You notice I have 3 screens here at the bottom, the 3 dots for my home pages. But if I go one more, voila, I have something called the app library. Every application I have on my device is listed here. And Apple has gone to the trouble of putting them into what it feels is a folder of like things. Now, it may not be, but that's what they've done, right? So the suggestions has 4 items in it, in mind. Then recently added has a whole bunch, has these 3, and then it lists this guy. And if I click on it, I have more than 4 there. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Go back. If I just click on, it says I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in recently added. In utilities, these 4 represent, they have more in there than 4. And look at this, I have a whole bunch that they have put in utilities.
I just did that with mine that in the recently added.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see. Never mind. Never mind.
Good. Now, one of the cool things is I still can't find the app that I want. If you tap the app library at the top, just tap where it says app library, and it lists all the apps alphabetically. And for example, I just went by one that says that one I've loaded, but I no longer have it on my device. It's in the cloud. Get the idea, everybody?
Yes.
If you hit that, you can go directly to it.
if I tap on it right here, if I tap on Google Earth, takes me to Google Earth.
Bill, can you set up your iPad so that that screen comes up first instead of at the end of the apps?
Unfortunately, you cannot. Well, I don't know. I have it there now. And, oh, they've also added, Peter, down here on the dock, there's an icon for it. So you don't need to go any further than that. You don't need to stream
Okay.
through all these. You just tap the little icon, boop, and there they are. And I don't think you can remove that one from the, you can't. Okay,
You can or you can't.
cannot. So Peter, you can get to it really quickly by going there.
That's good. That's what it accomplishes.
Yep. They must have contacted you on that one.
They didn't do it on the phone, though.
Not on the phone?
No, it's not.
Nope. App library.
It doesn't look like you have an app named App Library. You'll need to get that from the App Store first.
I was hoping it would take me there. Yeah, they don't have that. So I guess you'll be getting that on your phone. They don't have as much flexibility on the dock on the phone. Okay. That would be a good one to add. Anyway.
You can get the alphabetical listing.
You can, yeah, you can get the alphabetical listing the same way by tapping
The app library.
at the app library, and it shows up alphabetically. What Peter was hoping for was a quick way to get to the app library.
Gotcha.
I wonder if there's a widget for that. Anyway. That's something we can check out later. They've added something called widgets to the home screen. They put them on the iPhone in iOS 14. They put it in the iPad in iOS 15. And by that we mean if you're on your home screen and you shift to the left, from left to right, one additional screen, it shows up with the widgets page. And you see how they're wiggling right now? I can add a widget. Let's say I want to add, I tap the add sign. And let me pick Find My, and I'll add it. So now I have a widget called Find My down here at the bottom. It's not showing up very well, right? We add a different one. I don't like the way that looks. Add a widget. Oh, let me back up. What's a widget? Anybody know?
No.
Many of the applications have the capability of having this little smidgen of information that they can provide you real time. Right? On mine, right there, I have the weather, right? The weather in Sarasota. I have the clock, an actual clock, right? Are two widgets I have. On this screen, I have the stocks and the widgets in my hometown in Pennsylvania, the weather. And then I could add more, right? if I hit the plus sign and I wanted to add a real smidget of information from let's see, Google Photos, right? And so I'm going to add, and I can choose the size of widget that I want, big or small, and I tap Add Widget. There it is. Now, the thing they've added, that was available before. The thing they've added is the ability to move it. Come on. To the home screen, I thought. Come on. There we go. Not going to go that way. All right.
Bill, where do you find the list of widgets that you can choose to put wherever you want them?
Good, thank you. Yes. See the plus sign? When they're shaking, the plus sign is where you add the widget. I'm going to add it
Thank
here.
you.
Guess you have to add it directly to the home page. I thought you could drag it over to it. So let me try this. Okay, let me remove the, I have these two widgets on my home screen. Everybody try this, because then you can take it off. You get everything to shake. And I'm going to hit the minus sign on that guy and remove it. Okay, so I'm on my home screen. A little plus sign shows up in the upper left-hand corner of your home screen. You tap the plus sign and lets everybody come down and click the clock. And once you do that, you have the option of having the clock be 3 or 4 different sizes. 1, 2, well, that's different color and backgrounds. Ooh, 3 and 4. And what I'm going to do is choose the first one only. I think I like that clock better. And I'm just going to click Add It, and it shows up on my home screen. And everybody's looking at that and said, I don't want the time in Cupertino, where Apple's located. So I think if they're not shaking and you press and hold it, when they're not shaking, you can edit the widget.
Bill, do I have to download the widgets from the App Store first?
It should be there already. The clock should be there.
Yeah, it is there.
Okay, so you don't need to load it from the web, from the.
I'm going to try to ask them.
But where can I add some?
Sometimes if you add a application to your iPhone or iPad, it may have a widget capability.
I only have the clock and then the date and Saturday and the 27th. Is that all the widgets? And then a picture and then the weather from in Germany. Is that all the widgets I can have?
Okay, you're saying when I go to get them to shake and I hit the plus sign, don't have very many widgets listed. Is that correct?
They're all minus signs then. I mean, when they are shaking, they're all minus signs.
No,
so I can-
hit the plus sign when they're all, when everything's shaking,
Oh, okay,
tap the plus sign in the upper left-hand corner.
okay.
And there is the list of widgets that you can have.
Like Google.
Yep.
WFAA doesn't have a widget. Bill, can you replace that Apple weather widget with your local TV widget or whatever local TV has? Cheryl lost hers, her local weather reporter, and when we got iOS 15, we have the Apple weather, whether we like it or not.
Yeah, I only get that one. Yeah, I don't have other weather apps. And I have a bunch of different weather. I have a bunch of different weather apps. It only shows one on the list that produces a widget.
Maybe that's it. You have to
And
find
that-
one that has a widget.
And where do I find that weather app?
Well, it's listed when you go and get them to shake,
Yes.
hit the plus sign. It should be listed there at the bottom of the list. It's called weather.
It's 7:30.
Yeah, it kind of starts.
We got muted, I hope. No.
I can't see the weather anywhere.
Okay. Everybody able to add one anyway?
Yeah, well, I put the photo app on the widgets, but I want to have my favorite photos, not just all my photos. Can I just do that?
I think that's the one they picked, isn't it?
No, it's just using random photos, not my faves.
I thought it, not Google Photos, but the normal Photos app.
Right, correct.
Okay, let me pick mine, right? I'll take this one, add. Now, if I make them, if I press, they're not shaking, and you press and hold.
Yeah.
Edit home screen. What's that do? Nope.
No.
I don't know where those came from.
Oh, nice.
Add. Looks like mine has a couple of different ones that automatically selected. I think there's a little more flexibility on the one on the iPhone than on the iPad.
It's weird. Well, thanks for trying.
Yeah, no, we're all learning about it because of what they're doing.
I removed a widget from my home screen and the spot is it's a little square. And the spot where it was, one of the apps went into it.
Correct.
How do I get a widget from the widget screen onto the home space so it'll home page so it'll fill in that space? I keep trying to pull it over and it's not working.
There was some limitation at the top, if I remember right.
That's where it is. That's where I want to put it, is at the top. I've got several little squares. And I had 2 calendars, and so I deleted one calendar.
Gotcha. So if I move, see the little picture I have here? If I move it up here, put it here, it'll go there. Can I put this beside it? No.
Is that on your home screen or your widget screen?
I'm on my home screen right now, on the iPad.
To get the widget to your home screen, you just pull it like you would a regular app?
I tried to do that, Leah. Let me get them to wiggle. And here I have this picture, and I tried to move it over there and it won't go. Right? So what I evolved to getting the widgets on here. I'm on my home screen, everything's shaking. And I tap the plus sign here to add a widget.
We'll try that. Thank you.
Yep. And I should be able to change the time on Corpatino there.
I changed mine.
You did the edit? Tap where it says Corpatino and added, should be able to add New York City.
It worked. Thank you very much.
All right. Okay. Okay. Oh, by the way, did everybody get the handout? Hopefully I sent it to everybody.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's talk about multitasking. They did a bunch of improvements to multitasking. Excuse me. In multitasking, they're trying to say you can get 2 things going at once on the screen. So if I tap Safari, and it has 3 little dots on your iPad up here at the top. If you tap the 3 little dots, it says, do you want it to be full screen, left or right? So I'm going to make it left. And then I'm just going to pull it over.
Mine went automatically when I hit type.
It went automatically to the left. Come on. I'm supposed to be able to bring it over.
I find if you tap it as opposed to dragging it, it comes back to the middle.
Yeah.
But it can't fill the screen.
I get a line, but the line goes away right away.
I just got a message. I slid the app that I had or what I opened up. to the right, and I have a message at the top that says slide over, choose another app.
Right.
That mean that particular one won't work?
I'm gonna
No, you need more than one app if you're using splits.
You were on, you started off on Safari, correct?
yep. Oh, there it is. Okay, that's how it works. If I go to Safari and I tap the lines and I hit left or right, they're at the top. Going to make it go left. Now, if I open any other application, it's going to load a second app. Let's say I go to my mail. And now I have my mail on the right and Safari on the left. And I can see the vertical bar here in the middle. I can slide it. So that one of the apps, and if I wanted to occupy the whole screen, I hit the little dots at the top and say, make this one the full screen.
Do you always have to start with Safari?
No. Any app that has the dots at the top. Okay, there's my calendar, hit the dots. How about my notebook? Okay, so there's my notebook. And let me show you some of the reasons you might want to do this. One of the common ones would be, I'm in my email. I'm writing an email. I hit the three dots because I want to put a picture in the email. So I hit the three dots, move it to the left. And then I'm going to hit this one. Wait a minute. I didn't want this one up. Let me close that one. Again, I'm back at my mail. I'm going to write an email. I'm going to shift it to the right. And I'm going to open my photos. And let's say I want to put this photo. I want to put this photo in the email.
Oh, cool.
Okay. All right.
Looks like you're working on a PC then.
Yeah, just like a PC. Any questions about that? Everybody try it, see if you can do it. Right? I recommend you bring up pictures maybe first. Hit the three dots and shift it to the left or right. And then open your email. Shift it to the right. Oh, geez. Okay. And I want to start a new email. And I want this picture in the email. Okay. The key thing they've done is added those 3 dots. It makes it much easier to play around with. Multitasking. They've added a feature called Quick Notes. You get to Quick Notes by putting your finger down at the bottom and pulling up from the right-hand side. Then it comes up and you can start typing a note right away. Okay, and tap done. And so you've made a quick note. You can be anywhere. I can be in Safari. Put my finger on the bottom right-hand corner off on the frame and flick up. Come on. Make a liar out of me.
Bill, I can't get it. Is it different on older iPads?
There it was. Oh, lower where you have to put it, it should be the same.
I'm not getting anything lower right corner and
Yeah,
slide.
let me if you put it not in the right-hand corner, I had to go to the down here, see where my cursor is, and pull up.
Show that again.
Yeah. I had to start over here and pull up.
Ah, miracle.
Okay,
You get it?
no.
No.
We're
How
on
do you
the,
start it? How
we're
do
on
you
the
start-
we're on the iPads, not the iPhone.
Yes,
On the iPad.
You
yeah.
should be
How
able
do-
to,
How do you start it? Just tap the note?
say again,
How do you start a note? You said you could start one right away. Tap on the note.
no, I'm not in notes. That's why it's called a quick note.
Oh, where are you in?
Okay, I put it off the frame on the lower right side and came up.
Maybe it's for newer iPads. I'm just not getting it.
I not only got it, but I could make a new note without moving it.
Well,
Okay. Are you on your home screen,
yes,
everybody? And you put your finger off the screen over here a little ways and then move it toward the center of the screen.
yeah, all I do is slide it to a different screen.
So do I. Oh,
Let me show you what should happen is it should end up where then you can go to notes and you scroll down or you go back to folders and you have something called quick notes. It has been added. I will get rid of this one. And I think that's the way you can tell if you have the feature or not, if you go to notes,
Yeah, I don't have that feature.
so go to the Notes app.
Yeah. And my device is probably too old.
Oh, come on. Don't think so.
But
If you're in the Notes app and it says folders at the top,
yeah,
if it doesn't say folders at the top, it should. And it doesn't say quick notes right under that?
no, I'm on the 3-panel screen, not the 2-panel screen. It says folders, and then it says iCloud. It
Right.
doesn't have quick
No,
notes in
I
between.
know. I'll make it say. You go back to where it says folders. And then it says all iCloud or notes. I have a 3-panel screen now as well.
Yeah,
But it doesn't say quick notes at the top.
Mine
No.
does. Mhm.
If it does, you have the feature. If it doesn't, apparently you don't.
right, exactly. Must be the new process.
I thought you were making a commitment to get a new one.
Not a new iPad. I gotta get a new iPhone first.
Okay.
How did you get to that portion of it? You've written your note. Where did you get to the folders?
Okay. I'm on my home screen.
Yes, sir.
I click notes. And it says all iCloud at the top of mine right now, but it has a back arrow to folders.
Oh, big arrow.
I hit the back arrow, I get the 3-panel screen. It shows you the different folders you may or may not have.
Bill,
Mhm.
I inadvertently pinned one of my notes. How do I unpin it? I was so busy trying to get this.
I'm gonna change call forwarding here. How do you pin one of these things?
Mine comes
There
up
it
in
is.
both. Mine comes up both in the notes and in the, then if I open it, adjust the screen under folders, I got also quick notes and notes, but it's also under notes.
Yep, so you have quick notes then.
Yes.
Good. I just pinned this particular call forwarding. This is the way you call forwarding if you have Frontier. Okay. If you want to unpin it, you open it, hit the 3 little dots, and unpin.
The 3 little dots. The 3 little, oh, they're over there. I hit the wrong 3 little dots.
These 3 little dots
Right, exactly. Thank you.
give you a different, every different thing.
Right. But at least I can search for text in my attachment, so that's good.
Yes.
That's more important. That's important too.
Okay. There's a feature on the new version called focus mode. We talked about that a little bit last week, where there's a capability where you said, I don't want to get interruptions on my device right now. And what it is that it's an extension of do not disturb. So if I go to focus, I go to settings, and then tap on focus, right? First one is do not disturb. Then I can have one set up for when I'm driving, when I'm sleeping, when I'm at work, or I can set them up differently. And what it is the capability to click it and say, I want to do not disturb. I don't want to allow any people to contact me. I don't want any apps to give me any noise. and I want it to occur at this particular time. Turn on automatically at 10 PM and go off at 8 AM.
Hey, Bill,
Yep,
let me ask a question here.
sure.
Okay, up at the very top of that screen where it says do not disturb. Does that have to be turned on before the subsequent items are applied?
Correct.
Okay. All right, so that makes a little sense then. So turn that on, and if that's on, then turn off automatically. Whatever you've got there will be like you've got 10 to 8.
Yep, 10
That'll
PM
be-
to 8 AM.
Okay, so that's in effect then.
Correct.
But if you had do not disturb off, it would not be in effect.
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
I believe that's the case.
I believe. Well, mine's been changing, it's just been messed up.
Yeah,
You know, I thought if you have this do not disturb on, at the time here, 10 to 8, the moon would come on. Does the moon show up? in
it
your-
should. I think it does. I'm not sure.
Okay, in mine, it seems to do it sometimes and sometimes it doesn't, or it's just, it looks like if you've got do not disturb on, at this time here, the moon would show up, the moon icon would show.
Right,
Okay, it should.
it should.
Okay.
That's my belief. That would make sense.
Yeah, but a lot of stuff doesn't make sense. It happens on the computer and on these devices. They seem to go out of their way to try to make it difficult.
I have not set it up. And every night it comes on and it wants me to set it up.
Really?
Yes.
And when you have it set here as on?
And I see it on, actually, I see it on both, but I see it on my iPad in the evening. And
Okay.
the focus comes on and it wants me to set it up. It asks me to set it
Well,
up.
I think they're device independent. In other
Well,
words, you could
no,
have
I'm
it
on my
on one-
iPad.
you could have it on your iPad and off on your iPhone.
I don't want it on anything,
I know.
but it wants to put itself on. It keeps asking me to set it up.
You
I have
can
a
actually,
question.
you can actually have it, if somebody tries to contact you, right? You can share your focus. Somebody sends you a message, it goes back and says, Bill has notification silence, right? Has notification silenced. So I'm not going to get anything and they'll get that message.
Bill, I have a question.
Yeah,
I had do not disturb on my iPhone, but it said it would allow anybody in my contact list to call me.
correct.
Okay. Then when Focus came on, it said nobody. So I have gone in and changed my do not disturb under Focus to say people. And when I
Yeah.
clicked on that, I said also allow calls from favorites.
Yeah,
Okay, but when I go back, it says people not allowed. But I said my favorite.
say that again.
Okay, I did Focus. Do not disturb
Yep.
people. And this is on my iPhone, but I guess it's the same. Okay, now if you click on people,
Yeah,
under
if you have
people.
it turned on, you can't even click on people.
yes, you can.
You have to turn it off and then go add the people.
Well, it says also allow calls from favorites.
Yep, allow calls from favorites. Right. Allow incoming calls from your favorites. Okay,
Okay, because when my husband was in rehab and he called me in the middle of the night, it didn't ring through.
yeah, mine's not acting right here. Oh,
When I go to do that, it brings up my list of people and there is circle by it, which assumes, I'm assuming means I have to check the ones I will allow. Is that correct?
I assume that's the way it's supposed to work, yeah. I'm cleaning house here for a minute. Hold on. Wow. Wow, I've got one app I can't get rid of. Interesting. Settings, focus, do not disturb. There we go. So I should begin, if I have do not disturb set this way, right? I can say favorites should be able to send me. So I will get notified by those people. Does that make sense to everybody?
But how do you get favorites off now? Because my favorites is checked and I can't get it off.
Well, you click favorites here and I say no one.
Okay.
Let's see.
And as I said, mine was hung up. I couldn't even get to people, so I restarted the app. All right, I'm going to switch off focus. I'm going to switch off focus and go to this live text thing. And they've added the same thing on the iPad that they had on the iPhone. So if I tap my camera and I take this picture, and I go to that picture in my photos, I can tap it and I can select the text. So it is already done. It's transferred that picture to actual text that I can copy. And I can go to, let's say, notes, start a new note and paste it.
Wow.
That's a big deal. By the way, I
Can you
also,
copy it into Word or what's the one for Apple? Pages, is it?
You're not coming through very clearly, Ralph.
Can you copy what you took a picture of onto Pages or a Word document?
You can paste it in a Word document.
Okay, thank you.
I think that,
I don't know how you copied it from the photo.
oh, here's the photo, right? Let me get rid of this. Here's the photo. I just pressed my finger, let's say a number 4 there. I pressed it right here.
I don't see what you're talking about.
You can see what I'm doing?
No, it's still stuck on the what the
cannot
word.
see.
Are you all stuck?
You're stuck in the word that you just
Yes.
pasted.
Oh. Yeah, it's not showing you that. I'm sorry. It doesn't show you what I'm doing. If I'm in the picture, I'm going to I'm going to put my finger right here and press. Okay. And what I get is the little popsicle sticks.
No, we don't see that.
I know. I know. Let's see if it happens on the iPad phone here. No, it doesn't show up on the iPhone either.
Shows up on mine.
I know it'll show up on mine. It's showing up on mine. It just doesn't just go through and display it on the screen on my computer. Okay. Oh, I'll do it this way.
Yeah, last week you had to,
I'll do it this way.
yeah, right. That's what you had to do last week.
Right. I put my finger right here and press and hold, and then the popsicle sticks show up.
Where's the
And I put my
popsicle?
finger on them and I just, whoops,
Oh, that.
okay, and whoops, come on. All right.
Got it.
Now one of the other cool things you can do here is translate it. So you're in Paris and there's this sign in French you can't read. And you could translate it from French to English. I don't know what this will do right now. It translated it to Spanish. See that, right?
Hmm.
Yes.
That's great.
That's that's a big step.
It's
Now
technology.
we're gonna put that in notes.
I could, what do I want to take, the translation or the? If I just tap it here, I want to copy it. And then I'm going to go to notes, start a new note. And paste it.
Cool.
We now see it on your iPad,
Yep.
but you did it on your phone.
No. I just used the camera on my phone so you could
Oh.
see what I was doing on the iPad.
And that's what we were saying.
Yeah, you were seeing my iPad, yeah.
So if you go to your notes, you're going to be able to see that.
You can go to notes and then paste it, yes.
But then to see it on your notes, you have to go to notes to see it, right?
Trying to figure out why you're asking me that question. Here it is in notes. And it's this note. If I start a new note,
Didn't realize that's where I was.
I start a new note, I come over here and I press and hold. It's not going to work with this thing. I press and hold. Oh, I'm in the wrong mode. I press and hold. Delete. And I paste. So whatever I took the picture of in the photo got put on the clipboard and now I'm pasting it here.
If you were to go out of all of that and go back to notes, that you would find.
It's still a note. You see it?
Yes.
It's this note. There's a new note. And I gotta get rid of that. If I start another new note, tapping the pen and paper here, then I can come over here. Press and hold and paste.
Thank you.
Okay.
Will it work with a screenshot or does it have to be an actual photo from the camera?
I've been trying a screenshot. Let's try one. I just took that one since it had some text on it. Can I press and hold? Yes, works on a
Wow.
screenshot.
Okay, it hasn't worked for me yet. I can't get the popsicle sticks to come up on my screenshot.
Okay, let me do it again. I'm going to take a screenshot of, let's see, this one. Right? So I took a screenshot. All right. And now I'm going to tap the screenshot. Oops, I'll go to my photos. That's the screenshot that I'm looking at right now.
Mm-hmm.
I press and hold. Right, there's the popsicle sticks.
I don't know why. I'll have to work on it.
And copy.
Cool.
Okay.
Do you,
Yes.
do you
Thank you.
remember how to take a screenshot on an iPad Air?
You have a home button, right?
Home button, yeah, home button and what?
Yeah, you press the power and the home button simultaneously.
No, it's
Are
not.
you gonna, can't you use the assistive touch to set that up?
Say again, please.
Can't you use assistive touch to set up screenshots to be on your front page?
I don't think assistive touch. You press the power and then press and release the home button.
And that little black button, the assistive touch, if you hit it twice quickly, it does a screen.
If you have assistive touch, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
What do you do?
Never mind. Let's not go there yet.
Oh, there, I got my screenshot.
Okay.
Hey, Bill,
Yes.
an interesting thing that I've done with this is to take a photo of my COVID-19 shots
Yep.
and put it on to my, what's called the vault in my OneDrive. And if anybody says, have you been vaccinated and show me, I can show it to them on my iPhone.
Yep. I just took it in pictures
Yeah, me too.
and it's in my photo library.
Yeah,
Oh, in a note?
You,
Say again? I didn't put it in notes. I just have it as a photo. And I put it in notes. I did.
Yeah.
I go to notes and I called it COVID, COVID, and there it is. And there's my COVID card.
yeah.
Will they accept that, Jim?
well, they have so far. I
Okay.
mean, if I had to show it to somebody to prove it, I show it to them in my password vault and they accept it.
Yep.
Yeah, and they accepted it at the orchestra.
It's so well written there. It's supposed to be a permanent document. We never thought of that, did we? Oh, man. They've done a couple, and I'll just explain it. They've done a couple of interesting things with FaceTime. And it's called sound tracking. So if you're on your phone and you're doing FaceTime, you can get a group of people, and they'll, if the person, and it's kind of a collage on your phone, and if the person's on the left side of your phone and they're speaking, it will appear to the voice is coming from the left side of your phone or the right side of your phone if the person's on the right, which is kind of a cool feature. Let's cover Apple Maps. And they've got a couple of new features in Apple Maps. I'm looking at Apple Maps here. Shows you where you are. I happen to be at home. If you tap the little folded icon, the upper left, upper right, I mean, it says you can have Explore, Driving, Explore, or Satellite. So there's the satellite view.
Bill, where did you find that?
Upper right-hand corner of the screen when I'm on Apple Maps, not Google Maps, Apple Maps.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Okay.
And how did you find those 4 choices?
I just tapped up there
Oh, yeah, thank you.
and it shows up the 4 choices.
Okay.
Google, they've really done a nice job with the Explore, because you can really read it well in terms of where things are. And as you scroll in, there's more and more things show up.
Do you think Apple Maps is better than Google Maps?
I didn't say that.
But those are features that were added to Apple Maps.
This is all added to Apple Maps.
And we download that from the,
App Store, if you've deleted
Store?
it, yeah.
okay, thank you.
But they've added driving directions. So let's see if I can see what it's like up at university right now. Slight backup there, but nothing substantial. So if you want to go shopping, go ahead. If it's up to date and accurate.
How did you get there?
How do you tell that?
See the orange on the map there?
Yeah.
That's a slight backup.
That's
And
great.
it will change to red if it's really bad.
Oh.
I don't believe it. I don't know, what time is it? 11:30 and there's no backup there? Okay,
It's Saturday.
I know. I don't trust it.
It's saying it would only take me 23 minutes to get up there. I can't believe that.
Can somebody check that out on Waze or Google Maps to see if they concur?
I mean, 23 minutes is good if there's no traffic.
Yeah. Yep. There's usually a backup, right? Oh, there it is. Okay. We do have a backup right there. Right?
Where? Oh, that yellow.
And north, oh, there it is. Getting to the Manatee River. Yeah, look at that.
Uh-huh.
Uh-oh.
You don't want to go to Ellington. Ouch.
Oh my God.
Ouch.
There must be an accident. In fact.
Coming south, same way. Right there.
When I go to look for the Apple Maps, I don't see it on the apps on my screen. If I hit the app library, I can find it and it pulls it up. But it's
Good.
not doing what you're saying. So does that mean it's not on my phone and I have to purchase it or get it?
Wait a minute. Let me do one thing at a time, Leah. I'm now looking at Apple Maps on this screen, right? Let me do something.
Not showing a backup.
Okay,
Oh, now I am.
all right. Can you see my iPad now, everybody? Yes?
Yes.
First of all, there's Apple Maps. If I click and hold, it says you want to remove the app, edit home screen, show all window. See that? If I
Yes.
click the minus sign, it says delete the app or remove it from the home screen. If I remove it from the home screen, it still is in the app library. So now if I go to the app library, and I type in MAP, there it is. And here's Google Maps. But what I can do is I can go like this and then I can drag it. So I put my finger on it and now I can drag it and put it on my home screen.
Excuse me, Bill. There was a crash.
Does it?
Yeah, that's what it says.
Well, there's Waze. Let's try Waze, see what it says.
And now they're like Waze, they give you an option. You can tap if it's cleared or if it's still there.
Yep. Oh, yes.
And they're showing on it looks like Cattleman on yours.
There's construction like Cattleman.
Oh, people are really in trouble if they can't use Cattleman or the interstate.
I'm sorry.
Nobody's going anyplace today.
The interstate doesn't look bad, doesn't look bad. Let's see what happens as we get north. There it is.
There it is.
That's the same.
What is this 2 and 4 next to the cars? Is that how many
I
cars?
think that's 2 people who have reported the problem, or
Oh,
4
whoa.
people have reported the problem.
Oh, I see.
Oh, yeah. All right, we're not going there today. All right. All right.
This is Leah, and I found my map,
Yeah.
Apple Maps on my desktop.
Okay.
On the screen. When
Yeah.
I open it up, I don't, what did you get when you opened up? There's a little arrow, there's the.
Let me go to it again, Leah. All right. Up here at the upper right,
Okay,
there's probably looks like a folded map. If you click on it, you'll get 4 choices. One is explore.
okay,
And that's a really good way to see what's on the street where you want to go to.
okay,
Driving helps you with your driving directions. Transit would be if you're taking buses or subways and things like that in a city.
okay,
And satellite is the satellite view.
okay.
Okay, so here's the satellite view. And then you can zero in and go right down to the house level.
Thank you very much.
Okay,
Yes, got it and figured it out. Thank you very much.
good.
Is this live, Bill, or is this a delay? Do you know?
Which one?
Satellite view you're on.
The maps?
Yeah, where
Oh,
you are
that's-
right now.
That's not live. It's probably 2 years old.
Good, I could keep an eye on my house while I'm away.
Wait a minute, I did this and I zeroed into my house and it was my old car in the driveway. I said, whoops. So yeah, it's not real time by any means.
I have just recently, and I did the updates for both the iPad and the iPhone. I've gotten 2 widgets, I suppose, or whatever they are. I think they're widgets that are how-to kinds of things. How to get the user guide, how to share using AirDrop. How do I get rid of them? Or
Say
what do
that-
I do with
Say
them?
that again, please. I'm sorry.
Okay, when I updated the last week to, on both my phone and my iPad, I get, well, on my iPhone, it's a rectangle in yellow, how to get the user guide. And on my phone, it's a square that, on my iPad, it's how to share using iDrop and AirDrop, and it apparently changes.
Oh, is that tips you're on?
No, I'm just on the home page,
Yeah,
and that's what's shown up when I updated. I can change it. But I can't get back to what I had on there. It's
okay,
just,
I'm on my home screen right now. What do you have on your home screen?
well, more or less, but what
where do
I'm
you-
talking about is not there.
Where is what you're talking about?
On my home screen, it's in one of the widgets,
One of the widgets.
on one of the squares of the widgets.
Just a minute, I don't know. Hold on, I'm sorry. Hello? Yes? Could you give me a call back? I'm in the middle of a meeting right now. If you could. 12:15. Thank you. Sorry about that, folks. Now, Leah, when you're on this screen, where do you go to get that message or whatever?
I didn't go anywhere. I'm on the home page of both the iPad and the iPhone.
Okay,
And the one on the iPad is this little square widget. And I press it and it gives me the instructions on how to share using AirDrop. If I'm on the iPhone, it's a rectangular widget, which is what was at the top of my page with other things in it. And when I open it, it tells me how to get the user guide.
looks like that one.
Yes.
Okay,
And I've just swept up on both of them and gotten something different,
all right,
changing like it normally was.
right.
Well, at least it hasn't yet.
Yeah, that's a good one for us to talk about. I just put that one on my desktop there, right? Or my home screen. It's the same as this one down here. See the one with a light bulb on it?
Yes.
That's called tips. And if you tap that, it says iOS 15 collection, right? I can go to many different tips here. iOS 15, essentials, Genius picks, photography picks, Siri picks. Let's go to just the iOS 15 one. And if I click on it, Says, okay, watch and listen together. Okay. You can turn a FaceTime into a video if you're showing the video, it just tells you about it. And then if I switch to the next one, it says add widgets to your home screen, which we talked about this morning. And then this one is work with apps in split view. We talked about that one too. Watch. Okay. They actually give you a demo of how that works. Here's one, all your apps organized. Okay. And they're talking about the app library. What's this one? Take a quick note. Oh, now you see where they did that? Hold on. Let me do that again. Watch it. And they're using Sharon's pencil. Okay. They have a feature called reduce background noise during a FaceTime call. See what's shared with you if you're doing sharing with other folks. Stay focused, and we talked about that. Notification summary. We didn't talk about that one yet. It's on the list, I believe. Right? Organize your tabs. We talked about that a little bit this morning. We talked about live photo.
Yeah. So true.
Add additional people to a FaceTime call. Translate text. We talked about that. Wow. And then you can learn more by going to Apple. Okay, so that was the little light bulb.
Thank you.
Yeah. And it's pretty well the same thing that is this yellow tab up here, right? Different collection.
Well, I have removed my yellow tab by just pushing up on it, swiping up on it, and I now have the temperature. Be interested to see what they change.
All right.
Periodically change.
Okay. Let me stop there. Any questions in general about anything? No? Everybody's asleep or?
Are we meeting next week? I forgot already.
Say again, please.
I forgot. Are we meeting next week?
Nope, this is the last one for the year.
Oh, okay.
We pick up again on January, something like 8th or something like that. First, yeah, I think it's the week after New Year's. Let me check my calendar here. Yeah, it's January 8th.
Bill,
Yes.
I did think of a question.
Good.
Somehow on my phone, when somebody calls me and leaves me a message, I used to be able to, at the bottom of my phone, it would be a red dot, so I would know there was a voicemail.
Yes.
Now that's not happening. I have to go to recents and it says, do you want to call this up? I can, then it tells me it's there and I push it and I can listen to it. But I have no idea I have any voicemail messages until I do that.
It's not showing up on, let me get the right pointer here. It's not showing up on the phone?
At the bottom, where it used to, it would be red or something,
No,
would let you.
it's the phone app that it would show up on. Right, and there's the voicemail.
Yeah, exactly. The voicemail is not lit up.
Doesn't light up when you get a voicemail?
It used to.
Correct. Mine is doing the same thing when I update it.
I think it was because of.
Wow. Somebody call me and leave a message. Let's see if it's working for mine. Somebody want to volunteer to call me? I'll give you the number.
I'll call you.
Okay, Jim, if you could call me, 941 441.
I'm calling already.
Okay.
Unknown caller.
Okay, now I'm not going to accept it. It should go to messages. Okay, now leave a message, Jim.
Hello, Bill. This is Jim McIntyre. Bill. Hello, Bill. This is Jim McIntyre making a call to you and leaving a message. Thank you. Bye. Okay, I called you, Bill.
Yeah,
Left you a message.
I know, and I haven't gotten it. There it is.
See,
So there it is on mine.
that's what mine used to do, and now it doesn't.
Have you powered down and powered up your phone would be the first suggestion. Secondly, your internet service provider.
I should call my service provider if it doesn't work and check with them.
Yeah.
Okay, my phone's starting to power up now.
Okay.
Have you cleared out everything running in the background?
Cleared out everything in the background.
All the apps that are running in the background?
Oh, yes, yes. Okay, I'm not gonna know now until somebody calls me. Okay, I can call myself.
Well, what's your phone number?
It's 941.
Hold on. Go ahead.
320.
Well, I didn't hear it. Can't hear you. 941.
Yeah, 320 7423.
Don't answer.
You pro.
Nice ringtone.
Yeah, rings a long time, that's good.
Hi, it's me. Give me a call back. Let's see what happens. Anything? You still there, everybody?
Yes.
Yes.
No, nothing has come up on my voicemail, so I'll See,
Yeah.
oh, it's not even getting there yet.
It may take a
slow.
while,
Okay.
depending on who's your,
It's consumer cellular.
okay, there could be a problem there. All right. You ready for this one, everybody? Let me switch back. So a man in a locker room at an upscale gym in New York City answers a cell phone and puts it on speaker while he's getting ready, while he's dressing. Everyone else in the room stops and listens. The man, hello. The woman, hi, honey, it's me. Are you at the club? The man, yes. The woman, I'm out shopping and found a beautiful leather coat. It's only $2,000. Is it okay if I buy it? Man, sure, go ahead. If you look good in it. And if you like it that much. Woman, I also stopped by the new Lexus dealership and saw one of the new models. I really liked it. It's an it's an opening special. Man, how much? Woman, $90,000. Man, wow. Okay, but for that price, I want to get all the options. Woman, oh, great. Oh, and one more thing. I just talked to Jamie, and he found the house we wanted to buy last year is back on the market. They're asking $980,000 for it. Remember, it was well over $1 million when we were looking at it the last time. Man, I don't know. Maybe if we offer 900,000, and they'll probably take it. If not, we can go as high as an extra 80,000, I guess. If you really want it. Woman, okay, I'll see you later. I love you, dear. Man, I love you too. Man hangs up. The other men in the locker room are staring at him with astonishment, mouths wide open. The man turns around and says, anyone here know who owns this phone? Okay, everybody, have a great holiday. Hope to see you in the new year.
Yes.
You too,
Thank you,
Bill.
Bill.
Thanks a
Thank
lot.
you.
Learned a lot today. Thank you.
Happy and healthy.
Yeah,
Thanks,
stay
Bill.
healthy. Exactly.
Bye.
Bye-bye. now.
Bye.
Hi, Bill.
Happy holidays.
Thank you.